Hey, assistant coach, how are you guys doing? It is me, Johnny Sports, and welcome back to the Liverpool Career Mode. Guys, we have just gotten Matic, and our next opponent will be Chelsea. Then we have Barcelona and Man City coming up. So 3 big games in this episode. So if you guys could smash over 2,000 likes, that would be amazing. But let's see what we can do in this episode. The most important game in this one is obviously the match against Barcelona, because it is the Champions League round of 16, I believe. And assistant coaches, some of you have been commenting, what happened to Emre Can? We barely see him. This guy sadly is stuck at 77. He's only growing in mental stats. Once again, thank you EA for not being able to put up a normal growth system, which just works out for every player. For Emre Can, it just doesn't work out in this season. So we need to train him up, and we need to put him into the training drills to be able to improve this guy. But our first match is against Chelsea in the FA Cup, and it is a very important match because at least one cup, the Capital One Cup or the FA Cup, needs to be won by us because our board is asking for it. But we do start off with our opponents, a shot straight onto our goalkeeper. Their second attack is coming in right now. 26th minute, William with a cross. Maximovic is throwing his body in there. That could have been a penalty, but it has started our counter-attack. Benteke now with the pass to Daniel Sturridge. He does see his teammates on the left. He's passing it to Marco Reus, the new transfer who has scored in his debut match. Will cross it into Benteke, who then hits it onto the post. But now Markovic has a long shot opportunity. But this goalkeeper is quite hard to beat. Thibaut Courtois is probably one of the best goalkeepers in this game. But here William with the pass to Kennedy. The youngster is in the starting lineup, and he scores against me. 68th minute, Kennedy, the youngster who does not have like very high potential, somehow is already playing in the starting 11 for Chelsea, and he just scored against us. Now Markovic doing the defense, getting the ball off Azpilicueta. Rodriguez now chasing the ball, gets to it. He's now looking for his teammate on the left. It is Marco Reus. He will once again cut inside. Last time around he got us a penalty with this. He passes it to Benteke. Benteke's shot, and then the second one will land in front of Coutinho, who scores it. We have now equalized, and that is a very important goal because there was not much time left. But Marco Reus doing a good job on cutting inside. Benteke not really wanting to pass it to Coutinho, but in the end Coutinho was there to pick it up. And we are also making some changes because there was still like 8 minutes to go, and I wanted my team to score the winner. Now Danny Ings with a pass to Marco Reus. No, Courtois gets to it. A really bad pass which lands in front of Roberto Firmino. He gets taken down, and it's a penalty in the 88th minute. Marco Reus scored a penalty last time, and this time it will be saved by Courtois. Really good save by the goalkeeper, and he keeps his team in the FA Cup. Very fast-paced late minutes, but sadly we just couldn't get past them. Marco Reus had it on his feet, but Courtois denies him, and he just keeps his team in the competition. That means we'll have to play against Chelsea once again at some point the next weeks. But here you can see Magellan and Emre Can are being trained, and our next match will be against Barcelona. Even though we came in the first place of our group, it seems like Barcelona came in the second place, and we got pretty unlucky. Fenerbahce was in our group as well, and they are playing against Chelsea. I would have rather had Chelsea, to be honest, because I know that team. But sadly, we have to play against Barcelona in the Camp Nou, and that's a big task. You can see their fans are ready. Let's see their starting 11. This is FC Barcelona in the Champions League round of 16. We have Bravo in goal. The defense is basically the same. And then moving on into the midfield, they have David Silva from Manchester City and Douglas Coutinho in the striking position. Isn't this the guy that plays in Brazil? Or at least I know he's a Brazilian guy, but how the hell did he land up at Barcelona? He is normally not really high rated, so I was really surprised that they had Douglas Coutinho. Let me know, guys, is he actually a guy that gets glitched in the game? Because if yes, Douglas Coutinho might be an interesting player, because I've used him on Ultimate Team and he definitely is a great player to use already. But if he's glitched, he could be even better. Messi with the cross. Timo Horn gets to it, and that is the first attack of Barcelona. Now we are on our first attack. Divock Origi will cross it inside for Benteke, who does not get to it, and we are moving on into the next attack. This time it's Barcelona. David Silva on the ball, passing it to Coutinho. Coutinho to Silva. And that is the second big chance for Barcelona in this match. And they are moving on into the next one. Once again, Coutinho on the ball. Every single attack is being started by him. Neymar! Whew, that was close, man. That could have been easily the goal for Barcelona to take the lead. Now it is Coutinho again. This time passing it to Sergio Busquets. Out of all the amazing attacking players like Messi, Neymar, David Silva, it's Sergio Busquets scoring against us, and I was not really expecting that at all. So let's move into our attacks in order to get the equalizer. David Silva is fouling Matic. It will be a quickly taken free kick. He passes it over to Roberto Firmino. He does look for some space to pass it into. He does see Matic now free and on his own. He will take the shot from long range. The new transfer smashes it onto the post, but it still goes in. It's 1-1, and we have equalized in the Camp Nou. And what a shot to take from Matic in that position. Really bad first touch, but then it turns into a volley that just gets smashed onto the post and then hits the other one as well and then goes in. Matic with his second goal. He probably has scored the other one while he was playing for Chelsea, but here he is on the ball again. Christian Benteke getting a pass from Matic. Can we take the lead here? Benteke's shot gets saved from Busquets, who has scored, but there's another shot coming in. That was from Matic, but it gets saved. Now Neymar is turning on the jets, getting past everyone, cutting back inside. And Maximovic ends up being very unlucky with his tackle, and that is a penalty for Barcelona in the 55th minute. Lionel Messi against Horn. He will take it. And that's a pretty safe penalty taken by Lionel. And it's 2-1 now for Barcelona. It was expected that they would be the dominating team in this one. Messi is quite cocky right here with his celebration, so that kind of pissed me off. Let's see what we can do. Now Markovic on the ball. He gets taken down by Neymar. And that is only the 71st minute as Neymar gets the red card, and Markovic was not really happy with that tackle. He's still pushing over Neymar even though the referee was standing right next to him. That's probably not very smart. Marco Reus, Daniel Sturridge and James Milner are joining into the game because I did not put them in the starting lineup because they were tired. But Sturridge now on the ball, passing it to Rodriguez. He is looking for someone in the middle. He does find Marco Reus. Marco Reus to Sturridge, and Sturridge gets taken down in the 83rd minute. This is now our big chance to get a big advantage against Barcelona, and Benteke smashes it into the top left, and that is another very important away goal for our team, and that will get us a big advantage when we are playing at home against Barcelona again in the second leg. Now Maximovic does get the ball, a very lucky pass to James Milner. Benteke is through, one-on-one against the keeper. I do see someone on the left. It's Vitor Andrade. We have made it 3-2 against Barcelona. Could you believe it? We have beaten them at their home ground with a last-minute counter-attack as they were trying to get the winner. And that is just incredible. Vitor Andrade in the right moment at the right time. Benteke could have scored that one on his own, but we just made sure to get that third goal in. I could not believe it. We have beaten Barcelona in the first leg of the Champions League round of 16, and we are moving on into the next leg with a big advantage. But as you guys might remember, we still have one more big game in this episode, and it is against Manchester City. Currently, we are sitting in the second spot in the BPL with one game less than Chelsea, who are sitting in that first spot with 60 points. We do have 52 points, so if we do win our next game, we'll have 55 and get closer to Chelsea again. Everton does have Harry Kane somehow, and he has scored 16 goals this season, and somehow Lukaku is playing for Spurs. Did they do like a swap deal? That would be kind of new for me, but now it's time to play the big game against Manchester City in the Barclays Premier League. I was excited for this one. After the great victory against our opponent Barcelona, I wanted to see what our team could do against Manchester City. Don't get me wrong, man, this team is a very strong team. Kompany, Otamendi, De Bruyne, James Rodriguez, Thomas Müller, Sergio Aguero. They do have some insane players in their squad. But we were playing at home, so we had to show our fans that we wanted to win this match. We started off with a shot of Daniel Sturridge. Not really too dangerous, and we are moving on into City's first attack. Kevin De Bruyne passing it, Otamendi, Navas, Kevin De Bruyne again, passing it to James to Müller. And Müller tries his luck from long range, but Horn is up to it. Markovic looking for Matic. Could he score once again? Matic is through. That's a decent shot, but Caballero does get his hands to it, and we are getting a corner kick from it, which resulted in nothing. 30th minute, Kun Agüero looking for Müller in the middle. No! He decides to take that one on his own, and Timo Horn makes 2 saves in a row and keeps us in this match. Now Daniel Sturridge is in a good position. He does see Benteke in the middle. It's a good pass, but Benteke, that shot was terrible, mate. You could have done so much better. Coutinho gets the ball off the defender. He's through, past it to Benteke again. And that is the second big chance wasted by Benteke. I know the second one wasn't as big as the first one because he was in a really bad position and the goalkeeper was already too close to him. Nasri now could have gotten his team the first goal in, but that pass was just terrible. But we are moving on into our free kick in the 80th minute. Marco Reus with a really good free kick, but what a save that is from the goalkeeper. Let's take a look at the replay. He gets it over the wall and he does get it into the top left corner. But what a save that is from the goalkeeper, and we had to make some changes. Origi, Andrade, the hero of the last match, and Danny Ings are now joining in order to score one more goal. 3 offensive players. Origi now on the ball, passing it to Matic. Matic is now looking for someone. He does find Danny Ings. Danny Ings passing it over to the left. Who is there? It's Marco Reus. Marco scores again and makes it 1-0 in the late minutes against Manchester City. Actually, that's the 90th minute, and that should be the victory for our team in front of our home fans. 3 points for Liverpool against Manchester City after a good build-up play, and what a strike that is from Marco Reus to make it 1-0 for our team. The referee is just about to blow his whistle, and we will get those 3 points if EA would freaking allow us to get the win. Did you see Yaya Toure his shot? He stopped and took that shot while he was standing. Take a look at this. He ran, stopped, and then somehow miraculously pulls off a shot that lands on the post. Like, come on, EA. Don't make scripting that obvious. I just don't know what the hell that was. But I can tell you this, it has not happened for the first time. In FIFA 16, sometimes when I'm leading 1-0 or let's say 2-1, whatever, when I'm winning the game, in the late minutes my opponent somehow miraculously pulls off a freaking long shot that is always the goal of the year. But this time, Yaya Toure, very unlucky, hits the post, but Boney picks it up and that's a draw. Now we are on 53 points. Chelsea on 63. They are running away with it. Even though I bought Matic off them, it seems like they are doing really well at the moment. But Manchester United is our next opponent, and that is the next big game we have to concentrate on before we play against Barcelona again. It is the Capital One Cup final against our rivals, Manchester United. I'm looking forward to that game. But I would like to know from you assistant coaches in the comments down below and in the poll, who do you think has been the most effective player in this series so far in the second season? Was it Coutinho? Was it Daniel Sturridge? Or was it Christian Benteke in your opinion? I personally couldn't really pick one, but also guys, thank you for all the comments considering Matic and saying that he is the right transfer for the team. And I also addressed it on Twitter. I also addressed it on the comments down below. Let me tell you one thing. I want to get this off my chest right now because it's been bothering me a lot lately, and I find it really unfair what some of you guys in the comments down below are doing. Let me tell you one thing. If you want Liverpool to stick to the 4th spot for the whole entire series, then I can just keep the team as it is. I cannot buy any players, and I can just play with the same team over and over and over again and show you the same freaking gameplay every single time again, because the team is not improving to a high level where they can take over the BPL and win the title. So, if you actually want Liverpool to improve, you have to let me buy some new players. I bought Matic into the team because I know he would be the perfect suggestion from you guys, and he would be the perfect player to play for our team in that position as a lone CDM. That is the only point. So far, I have really tried to keep the transfers realistic. I have tried to keep as many Liverpool players in the team as possible, which I do like Sturridge, like Benteke, Coutinho, Firmino, James Milner, all these players that I really do like in real life as well. Same with Henderson. I'm keeping them in the team for as long as possible until we really need to sell them to improve our squad. And in the next season, I'm telling you right now, I will buy a better striker, because right now you can see our team is not good enough to catch up to those clubs like Chelsea, who are winning every single season because they have high rated players and they make the right transfer choices. Like, they have bought Boateng. He's a very high rated centre back who they have bought, and he has helped their team to be successful. And I'm telling you right now, in the next season we will buy high rated players. We will improve our team as much as possible. We will use all the money we have. We will sell some of our players just to make the team better. I've kept this series realistic for as long as possible, but now I want to have some fun. I want to win some trophies. I want to improve the team to a point where I know, okay, this is the perfect team for me to go ahead and win every single trophy and win the treble and end the series. If we keep the team as it is right now, we will never win it. Even though we have bought players like Marco Reus, he cannot do everything on his own. We need a proper good striker in the next season. But I'm right now telling you guys just in advance, if you are one of those people complaining about transfers, high rated players joining our team, please do not watch this series. I'm all about having fun. I want to have some fun. I want to create my own dream team. And that's the same that you are doing at home. You're sitting at home playing career mode, making the best transfers possible for your team. Why shouldn't I be allowed to do mine? That's just a quick little rant for some people in the comments down below, but for the most part, 90% or 95% of you guys have been very supportive. I want to thank you assistant coaches for all the love. I love you all. Let's see who the player of the episode is.